So yes, as you've seen in the title, it is true and it is possible. And I want to break down all of the streams of income that I have to show you guys how I do it and maybe inspire you guys in a new way to make more money off your music. If you guys are new here to the channel, my name is Omito. I'm a 24-year-old music producer and I make and sell beats for a full-time job. It's been just over 10 years. Yeah, just over 10 years now from when I sold my first beat online. And since then, I've been able to kind of scale this up and grow it into a 6-figure income business where the past few years now, it's been generating 6 figures every year. So I kind of want to break down, everything that goes into this, huge number. I'll start by ranking it as the highest stream of income and then move down to the lowest stream of income. So the first one here is beat sales. This is probably the most common one, probably the one that everyone expected, but it's the biggest stream of income I have. This is from people who find my beats on my YouTube channel or my BeatStars or my Instagram or whatever, and they'll visit my website or they'll, hit me up on Instagram DMs, email, whatever, to basically buy a lease or a license to one of my beats that I've made. If you guys aren't familiar with this, it's basically like, someone who wants to be a singer or a rapper, maybe they have a story to tell, maybe they have, some lyrics or a good voice or whatever. They want to become, maybe the next Drake, the next like J. Cole, whatever, but they need a beat to rap over. So what they do is they find a beat online, they'll go to my website and they'll pay a fee of anywhere from like $30 to $150 in order to use my beat, record their lyrics over and release that as their own song. So yeah, so with that fee that they pay, they're able to make their song, do whatever they want with it, and I still get ownership of the beat, which means that I can keep it on my website, and other aspiring artists can go on my website, pay a fee, and get the license to use a beat for their song as well. The second highest stream of income that I have comes from exclusive rights, which is really similar to leasing. It's the same thing where people find a beat on my YouTube or my SoundCloud or my Instagram, whatever. They'll hit me up and they'll ask for exclusive rights, which is kind of like a step above leasing beats. It's basically, people want to record their raps or they're singing over a beat, but they kind of want more ownership. They want me to remove the beat offline so there's no other artist using the same beat as them. And this is good because I can charge, a lot more from my leasing price because the artist gets a lot more. They get the beat removed offline. Since it's a lot higher price, I don't need to sell as many exclusive rights as I do leases. But yeah, now since it's a higher price, it's my second highest stream of income. Those two are really common, especially in the beat selling and music producer community. Exclusive rights and selling leases to beats are probably going to be everyone's top streams of income who do what I do. Another stream of income that I have, this might actually be my second highest one, if not it's the third, but custom production. And this is, similar to exclusive rights where somebody pays a price, and for me it's kind of like the same price as my exclusive rights, but they'll pay a price to basically have me produce an instrumental for them. So this beat is made specifically for one specific artist who, can give me their feedback and their input, and I show them the beat as I'm making it and they get it and nobody else gets it. This is actually like a really strong one for me because since people have found my beats online, maybe artists have bought leases or exclusive rights, and then they find out that I make custom beats, a lot of people keep coming back to me for more custom beats. And if you guys are producers out there and you can get into the custom beats game, I'd say do it because a lot of artists really like it because, the communication, that relationship is a lot stronger working with a producer one-on-one. Plus, the artist basically gets their own song, tailored and produced to however they want to make it. So my fourth highest stream of income is ghost production, which is, similar to custom production, similar to exclusive rights. A lot of the clients I've had for ghost production have been from either, DJs or music producers or even companies who have found my music online and wanted something for themselves, but they really like my stuff and they just want me to make a beat for them to brand as their own. So this is something that I feel like a lot of producers might, turn down or maybe shy away from, ghost production. The way I see it even though I'm not getting credit for these songs, I still get the check. And I'm cool with that. It's, credit is cool, but cash is another thing, and I'm trying to get to 6 figures, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Fifth highest stream of income that I have comes from mixing and mastering, and this comes from mixing and mastering vocals from artists. A lot of these clients that I have for mixing artists have been from people who have recorded with my beat, recorded their vocals in a home or in a studio, whatever, and they'll pay me to basically make it sound perfect. They'll pay me, polish it up, add the effects, clean it up, whatever. And I've done a similar thing where now that people know that I, mix and master vocals, a lot of the clients that I mix and master vocals for, they keep coming back to me month after month because I think I do a good job with their vocals, right? But if you're a producer, I really recommend getting into the mixing and mastering game because it's like an additional service that you can offer your customers. You can tell people, hey, buy my beats, and once you've recorded, pay me a little bit extra and I'll mix and master your vocals into the beat, make it sound perfect. And I mean, if you're a producer, you already know how to mix and master your own beats, so it shouldn't be too hard for you to learn how to apply that to vocals too. 6th stream of income comes from beat collabs. Yes, I am one of those producers who charges for beat collabs. I know some, producers out there have mixed opinions on it, but for my stance on it, if you're a young producer trying to get both your name out there, get in front of a larger audience of rappers and also make some extra money, depending on the producer, paying for a beat collab isn't a bad investment. For me, I give 50% of anything I sell with that beat to the producer who I collaborated with. I always try, really hard to promote those beats because I know I'm only getting 50%, so I gotta work a little bit harder, to make up that money that I'm giving to another producer. I credit them on all my social media, so they get a ton of exposure. And some producers that I've collabed with, years ago are still making money occasionally from beats that we collabed on, 2-3 years ago. They're still getting that 50% sent to them for every beat that I sell. 7th stream of income comes from having my beats on a content ID system. And this is kind of a cool trick that I learned about a year ago. And honestly, I wish I learned it, whenever I started posting my beats online, because it protects you as a producer and also, gives you some extra cash each month. So me, I've had my beats on YouTube over 10 years now. I've had so many beats out there, and sometimes people, find my beat on YouTube. They'll YouTube to MP3 it, and then they will use it in the background of one of their, vlogs or, makeup videos or let's play videos or whatever. But what I do is I have my beats registered through a content ID system that scans all of YouTube, and anyone who's using my beats in their video gets flagged as a copyright claim on YouTube. So it's not a copyright strike, but it basically means that any ad revenue generated from their video I get, which is really good because these people haven't bought a license, they're just ripping it off YouTube, so I still get paid for all the ads on their videos. And of course, like if anyone's actually bought a license or a lease or exclusive rights to a beat, and they get hit with that copyright claim, I can remove it because they've bought the license to use it. I'm with Airbit for content ID system. But honestly, if you guys are getting into the content ID game, I would suggest going on Google, doing some other research. I think there's probably some better alternatives out there. My 8th stream of income comes from streaming services. And this is something that I am trying to constantly grow and I'm constantly learning. I actually made a whole video about, if you're a producer, why you should have your beats on streaming services that I will link in the description. But streaming services, especially this year alone, has been kind of growing kind of a growing additional income for me every single month. And we're producers, we produce instrumental beats, we know how to make beats that sound good. There's a huge game for this, especially on Spotify, to have instrumental music to chill to study to, quarantine to, whatever, right? So yeah, streaming services, super important. Another stream of income that I have comes from graphic design, and this is kind of a cool one because I signed up in this industry that I'm in to be a producer, right? To make beats. That was my idea when I first downloaded FL Studio, was I just want to make beats. But then it's like, okay, I need to make a website to sell my beats on. So I have to learn, Photoshop and WordPress. YouTube, I need to learn how to design videos and, thumbnails. My beats on streaming services, I need to learn how to use Photoshop to design album artwork. All these skills that I've developed throughout the years, I can resell to artists who are interested, right? Maybe someone is, buying a beat from you and they are working on an album. They might need some help with, designing a mixtape cover, designing an album cover. That's stuff that I've learned over the years that I've been able to help people with. And then my 10th stream of income comes from YouTube revenue. And this is something that I've been trying to constantly grow, especially with the second channel here, because, as soon as I'm able to monetize this channel, the faster I can put out these tutorial videos for you guys. So it's kind of like a circle of life type process, but I also see the value in posting videos on YouTube, behind the scenes content, sharing that information, that knowledge, that entertainment, and in return I get a little bit of ad revenue each month. It really helps every single month. So that's all the I'd say the 10 biggest streams of income that I have as a music producer. If you guys have any questions or comments or ideas, or if you guys have any other streams of income that you guys do, let me know in the comments. I know personally, one goal that I have for myself is to get into sync placements, royalties, stuff like that. I haven't really been able to do that just yet, but it's something I want to try. But this is a 6-figure income without having many placements or anything like that. It's all on my own, all on myself, right? So yeah, please consider hitting that subscribe button if you guys want to see more videos like this. I'm trying to post videos every single week on Fridays right now. Hopefully, I can scale this channel up, start to monetize it soon. So please consider hitting that subscribe button, sharing these videos with your friends, leaving a like and a comment, and I will see you guys next week for a new video.